Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Washington Nationals and the New York Yankees. It's interleague baseball next on the show. James Paxton gets the ball for the Yankees in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Boy, there's lots to like about this lefty, James Paxton. Big arm from the left side. He reminds me a lot of Andy Pettitte. The only thing, he throws about 4 or 5 miles harder than Pettitte. Paxton occasionally 97 to 98 miles an hour. Good, hard overhand curveball. His changeup is getting better the more he uses it. This is one of the game's premier left-handed strikeout pitchers.
Here comes the first pitch. Trey Turner is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
First pitch, 107.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The temperature here at first pitch, a very seasonal 63 degrees this afternoon. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Paxton, also known as Big Maple due to his Canadian roots, he was a 4th-round selection back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Frazier comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control, and that's the wind. It's blowing in, it's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
The windup and the 0-1. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Left fielder looking up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Love the homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
Juan Soto to the plate now. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
And now for Washington, Matt Carpenter. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Tyler Anderson, the Nevada-born starter, will get the call in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
A guy with a big future and a former first-round draft pick. Mid-90s fastball, good assortment of off-speed pitches. What he's lacking right now is just getting some experience, and he should get that. And when he does, look out. When he puts it together, this guy has a huge future ahead of him.
At the plate, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. To short, hit hard. Kerner loves it. And there's one down now. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Popped him up. Under it is Carpenter, and that's out number 2.
Batting third, the first baseman, David Rosario.
Stepping up now, David Rosario. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Now here it comes. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall at left center. A little more hang time, and that one probably gets out of here.
So stepping in, Aaron Judge, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And the tag too late as he's across to tie things at 1.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning. The next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, and you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Trey Mancini is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Hit on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. We move ahead to the top of the second now, all tied at 1-1. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the power-hitting first baseman Ryan Zimmerman. Here's the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals first baseman. Now here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Torres picks it up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
The designated hitter.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And check out the left side of this infield. You think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side? That's because everything's getting caught on the left side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The head-to-head with James Paxton. He's only 2 for 10. Bases are empty, one man out. Line to the right side, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Bat 7, the catcher, Yan Gomes.
Standing in, Yan Gomes. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Count 1-0.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Judge is under it, and that's the third out. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied 1 apiece. Last half of the second set to go, and striding into the plate, it'll be Miguel Andujar. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. On he pops it up. Pena calls for it. 1 down.
Time for a look at the curly W on D. And guys, can we lock in on the Gold Glover at third base? I've played this position. You got to do so many things. I mean, you have to have just the quickest hands, reacting on one-hop liners. You have to have the ability to take away the bunt, a la Adrian Beltre and Nolan Arenado. You better have a backhand, and not only that, you better have a strong throwing arm.
Gary Sanchez is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And that one is gone! It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. And the Yankees take the lead. It's 2-1.
We take a look at the pitch location here. You can see that the pitch wasn't even in the strike zone, but clearly that didn't matter.
Into the box now, Clint Frazier. This will get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. Wind up and the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Yankees do get 1 on the solo homer. We've played 2. 2-1 New York. Top of the third set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Eric Hunt. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch is popped up, but this will land untouched. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Victor Robles digging in now.
As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play.
Counts even at 1-1 to Victor Robles.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 1-1. Turned on down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Speedy Trey Turner digs in now.
He swings and grounds it to short.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. They're down 2-1. And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. On he pops it up. Turner onto the grass. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now at the plate, Gleyber Torres, the reigning batting champion in the American League. First offering on its way. Popped him up. Carpenter is able to look this one in just past the third base dugout, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman, David Rosario.
Now at the plate, David Rosario, the American League's Silver Slugger Award winner at first base a season ago. Here it comes. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. The wind up and the 0-1. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Some 2-out success means that Aaron Judge gets to swing it here. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They lead it 2-1. Into the box, Guillermo Pena, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Here now is Juan Soto. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
1-1 to count. The pitch. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th, and that brings up Matt Carpenter. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Frazier will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They still trail it here 2-1. Patrick Corbin is out from the bullpen now as he'll work in his 3rd game so far this spring.
Patrick Corbin.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. First pitch coming. Here it is. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Judge is quickly approaching 200 career homers, looking to inch closer here. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. And that's out number 1.
Well-executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Next for New York, Trey Mancini. And if you remember, he took home a Silver Slugger Award for AL outfielders a year ago. First delivery to him on the way. And he fouls this one off. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Oh, and he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Big swing by Mancini now, and this is carrying well to left. Looking up is the left fielder. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left, and it gives the Yankees a 3-1 lead.
Well, it's only spring training, but this is the kind of swing that makes you anxious for the season start. Tracked the ball all the way and just exploded on it for a homer. He looks ready.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Giving chase is Robles. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Into the box, Gary Sanchez. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Sanchez is, of course, a highly regarded catcher, and it's really fun to watch him control the game behind the plate, not only with his glove work, but with the arm as well. He's got a cannon, and it's in the head of opposing base runners every night. Certainly a valuable guy to have on your squad.
Yeah, he certainly could have a C on his chest. The captain of the infield, controlling the pitching staff, shutting down the running game, soft hands. I can't say enough about this player.
3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Ready with another 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Yankees do get 1 on the solo homer. We're through 4. It's now 3-1 Yanks. Domingo Germán will come on and get some work as he makes his 2nd appearance so far this spring. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And gone. An absolute bomb. So a solo home run here for Ryan Zimmerman. And the Nats have cut it to 1. It's a 3-2 score. To the plate now, Marwin Gonzalez. High and deep to right center. Mancini moving back to the track. He jumps, but he can't make the play. It's off the wall. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
Well, when you serve up pitches like that, Matty, you know these hitters are going to put some good swings on them. And that's what happens here as he blasts this thing. The last 2 hitters have really set the stage.
Man, I thought for sure we were going to see back-to-back jacks right there. Yeah, so now we'll see if the next guy can keep this train rolling. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Gomes, 33 years old. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Gonzalez stands at 2nd with no outs. And it's fouled away. And another foul ball. Skied into straightaway right. Judge is there, 1 away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to 2nd base.
The right fielder, number 18, Eric.
Now batting, Eric Hunt. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Runner at 2nd here with 1 man out. On And a big curveball is in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Stepping in now, Victor Robles, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
I got to be honest, I'm shocked he went back to this pitch again. First one, he was on it and fouled it off. Second one, he did not miss.
Here now is Trey Turner. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Nationals on the board on the home run by Ryan Zimmerman. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Yankees 3 and the Nationals 2. Richard Rosas will come on now and take the ball for the 4th time this spring.
Number 3, Richard Rosas.
Bottom of the inning now, and digging in is the outfielder, Clint Frazier.
For the Yankees, the left fielder.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Frazier.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice swing.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Lucius Ginn will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 22, Lucius Ginn.
The 0-1 pitch. Pitch outside. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
You might say that steal is on the catcher because the pitcher was so quick to the plate with his delivery, but I think the credit has to go to the base runner. Great jump, and he really showed off his speed there.
1-1. This is line to left, and that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. On to second, but he's in safely as a run will score on the play as well. Well, that stolen base a minute ago just became that much more important.
Yeah, Matt, if the runner's on first, this hit may or may not bring him home, but he was on second, so he cruises across the plate for the run. It's all about finding ways to manufacture runs, and they did just that there.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Looking at his career totals, LeMahieu has swung his way to over 1,500 career base hits. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Liner towards second. That's in there. Base hit. And the lead will move to 3 as it's now a 5-2 game.
Second baseman,
So now to the plate, Gleyber Torres. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, and the lead is now 7-2.
Hey, that's a price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Tyson Cowan takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
Tyson Cowan.
In now, David Rosario.
Now back, first base.
Popped him up.
David
Gomes shading to his right. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up the big bat of Aaron Judge. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 34,
Digging in now, Trey Mancini. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. We've seen these squads go yards 6 times now today. This game has developed into an absolute slugfest, huh, guys?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Yankees 8 and the Nationals 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A defensive team for the Yankees. Now playing left field, number 22.
Striding in now for the Nats, Guillermo Pena. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Lifted in the air out to right. Judge is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
So striding forward now, Juan Soto. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High and deep down the left field line. And that's going to land foul. The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. Here's Matt Carpenter. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
The 1-1 home. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nationals gone in order. Still 8-2. Jim Means gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next to hit is the catcher, Gary Sanchez. First pitch on its way. Down the third baseline. Taken in by Carpenter. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Lucius Ginn.
Stepping into the box, Lucius Ginn. He's getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. Now here's the pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now batting, shortstop, Iglesias.
2 away now in the Yankees 6th, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And it's gone as they add still another. If you're just joining us, that's the 7th home run hit so far in this game. Really unbelievable stuff.
Dan, although the wind's blowing in right here, these guys are staying on the attack and driving balls out.
You know, one of the things, D-Row, it's psychologically, it always feels better if you're a pitcher to go ahead and attack the zone with the wind blowing in. If you can keep the ball in the big part of the ballpark, you feel like you have a fighting chance, even with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Go through the needed order, make them put the ball in play.
Standing in now, Labor Torres. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Count now, a ball and a strike. Runner on first with 2 away. Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. From the belt, the pitch. Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit. At the plate now, David Rosario fouled away. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Liner towards second. And that's in there. Base hit. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side. To send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge
As he'll swing and pop it up toward the left side of the infield.
Carpenter waits on it, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 10 and the Nationals 2. Walker Buehler is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 21, Walker Buehler.
Anthony Ilez is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. Starts him out with a cutter and he gets him to swing through at 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Here it comes on 0-2. Shoots this one over to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
The bat, number 9, designated hit,
Matt Adams will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
15, Matt Adams.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And that misses 1-1.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Matt Adams in front, 3 balls and a strike to count now.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count. The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
First pitch of the at-bat. Yan Gomes is in for the 3rd time as he looks at a ball high. It's 1-0. From the belt, the pitch.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Fouled off. Buehler is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build a perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
So he sets him down swinging. Yan Gomes is the 2nd out in the 7th inning. Into the box now, Eric Hunt, as with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Swing and a ground ball to 3rd. Quick throw to Torres to retire the side. 1 left for Washington, and the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Anthony Ilez remains in the game, batting 9th and manning first base.
Now playing first base, number 44.
Kyle Bearclaw comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Number 20, Kyle Bearclaw.
Trey Mancini will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his 2nd home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball hit to Turner. It's short. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Ready for another shot now, Miguel Andujar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch, grounded to the right. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single. Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. That evens it up 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. From the belt, the pitch. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
At the plate, Lucius Ginn as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Lifted the other way to left center. Giving chase is Robles. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. 1 left for the Yankees. And the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Settling in now, Victor Robles. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he fouls this one off. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Heading after it is Judge, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Andrew Stevenson will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Andrew Stevenson.
And it's fouled away. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. A runner at second, nobody out. Hit on the ground to third. Gloved by LeMahieu. And there's one away.
The batter, number 26, second baseman,
Leury Garcia will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with one away.
Leury Garcia.
And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball one. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike two. Fouled away. The 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Brian Dozier will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and two away. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Two out here and a runner at second. 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Dozier. A bouncer up the middle. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the runner from second is in to score.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
That's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, Gio. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
No balls and one strike. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Yankees 10 and the Nationals 3. Leury Garcia stays in the ballgame in the 9-hole and takes over at second base.
Now playing left field, number 32,
Brian Dozier remains in the game, batting 8th and manning left field.
Now at shortstop,
Nicholas Lee enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
number 5.
Number 14 will also enter as he takes over at third base.
Number 14. Now at second base.
Dewey Hire is also into the game as he takes over at short.
Now at shortstop, number 26, Dewey Hire.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Jose Iglesias. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
0-1 the count. high in the air into shallow left center. Higher is calling for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Carlos Abreu is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
Now playing left field, number 30.
At the plate, DJ LeMahieu. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. First offering on its way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now back, second baseman, Torres.
Now in the box, Torres. He went deep back in the 5th. Here comes the first pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues, middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
In now, David Rosario, fouled off. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Now the 0-1. Swung on and chopped to third. Right to him. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. The Yanks leave 1. They still lead by 7. It's 10-3. Alex Avila is going to pinch hit here to lead off the 9th, and with his club already well down, he'll just need to try and get on base here. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Breaking ball that drops in for a strike. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
And strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
The bat is number 60, designated hitter, Matt Adams.
Spencer Kieboom will come on as a pinch hitter.
Number 27, Spencer Kieboom.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
1-1.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Now the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Digging in once again, Yan Gomes, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The pitch.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
behind 0-2 now. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Wow, a 9-out save. That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days. It's awfully nice to have a guy in the back end of your bullpen that can pitch that kind of work.
10-3 at the end of this contest. New York took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. James Paxton takes home the win. Tyler Anderson worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
This afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees, 10 runs on 16 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Nationals, 3 runs, 6 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 44 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.